So, hello guys. Today I decided to pin the mic to my BS because I noticed my previous video when I hold am, I did too much use hand demonstration. So I decided to just, hang it, hang it up here. Like this person, I want to just pin with my BS. It seems like okay, it's okay now. So Um, what was I saying? I want to share something with you guys. I don't normally do videos on Saturdays, but it just clicked to me. See, I want you to notice something. Put your hand in your nose, and whenever you are talking, notice your breath whenever you are talking. Just talk and notice your breath whenever you are talking. And notice how your breath flows whenever you are talking. Then try to think. Try to think of something with your brain. Just keep quiet and think of something with your hand. Just keep your hand like this and think of something. Then try try and focus on your breathing now. Focus on your breathing and try and think. Or focus on your breathing and try and think. See, if you focus on your breathing and try and think, you'll notice one thing. You'll notice that your breathing that is either you focus on your breathing or you focus on your thinking. You have to give up for either your breathing or you give up. You either give up for breathing or you give up for thought. You can't be thinking and have a proper breathing at the same time. So your thoughts, when you are thinking or talking, you are breathing with your mind and not and the air just coming in is few. You are merely breathing with your mind and your brain. That means when you are engaged with something that you have like when you bring like when you are talking and breathing like when you are talking you are breathing with um your your brain. You are no longer breathing with your nose, you are breathing. And when you are thinking, that is why it's either you that is why the easiest way to control your thoughts and to control your emotion, because if you can control your thoughts you can easily control it. The easiest trick, instead of going to learn how to manage your emotion, the easiest way to control your emotion is control your thoughts. Be careful of what you think. Know what you think and what to not to think. And if you know it's certain thinking cause you to feel certain way, you just better just avoid the thinking, not just the thinker. So it's either you give up for it, it's either then is the easiest way to just manage all these things, just focus on your breathing. When anything just happen, don't just talk. Just focus on your breathing. Just focus on your breathing. Just give am time. If you just do like 30 minutes, then you go think about them. You see different response and when you respond immediately. But guy, it's very very hard. Even me sometimes at the when they give you these tips, if you do sometimes get what you go do, I go para. I go forget my knowledge para for you. No, so but it's good, but and another thing is only think when you want to do something. So if you can be able to just stop your thinking, just don't think. Don't just think of anything. If you can be able to always focus on your breathing, it will even help you not to even think of anything or even try to think. It will help you not to even think of anything when you focus. Is the easiest way. Instead of trying not to think, just focus on your breathing. You see immediately you have off the brain. The brain will no longer breathe. You will no longer have energy to. You will no longer have enough energy to generate thought. If you try, even if you are breathing and try to generate thought, you will notice that, nah, man, it's rather I give up for one. Or if you notice at some point you keep your breath and notice and you get deep into the thought, you notice that your breathing will reduce because you have started breathing from your brain. You have started breathing from your brain. So easiest way to control your emotion and your thought is to focus on your breathing. You have to immediately off everything. You off am. So if when you want to so when you think is when a situation presents itself, maybe person do something, person talk something, that is when you need to think. Then you not think, okay, this is where this person talk. Ah, okay, okay. Then you now give your reply. You see, your thinking will be much very effective than where you always think. Where you always think all the time. like continuous thinking. When you speak to people, you begin to project your thoughts on people's. Like when people speak to you, your reply is mostly your projection, like all the thoughts you have been having ejaculating. You like is a way of you now see a way of, especially be like say person fit just talk something and you have already have the thoughts, instead of you listening to understand what the person, then you are replying from that previous answer of the thoughts you have already ejaculated. Because you see thoughts you can think in a day. If you can calculate your thinking, you can think about 100 or 1 million things in a day as a human being. So imagine millions of thoughts you have. Imagine if you, when you think all the time, imagine the projection. You even you don't you and the fact is you will never know if someone is even telling you this is what you are doing, you will say no, not be wetin I dey do. But the only way wey be say if person dey tell you say this is what you are doing, you tell am say no, that is not what I'm doing. You off the thought. That is you off the brain. And the funniest part is how enlightened people, the difference between an enlightened people is they off their brain. And when you off your brain, be like you go be like say you be move, but the truth is that is it's like instead of trying to think and be smart, to think and go for 100, like because they say like they say that woman brain is 40. It's like I don't forget 40%. Then when you try to think like high intelligence, when you get to 100, that is when you get to God thinking. That is the way God think. You get to God mentality. But the easiest way to get instead of you, it is very hard to get to 100, but it's easy to go from 40 to 0. And when you go from 40 to 0, they say the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. When you go for 40 to 0, then you reverse. That means when you go back to 40 to 0, that means you are in 100. You have shift to 100. You have entered God, that God you try to reach. Because because now you are no longer projecting. You are not projecting your thoughts. You have off your thoughts. Bakam. You have off it. Bakam. You have go to 0. Bakam. You know they try think to outsmart, but trust me, that is when you become the most smart and the most intelligent. Because at that particular point, you become the observer. When you become the observer, then it's that time you begin to notice things and see things in different, and you realize, wow, I was not actually wise. I was being stupid. At that time, I thought I was wise. Now, see, you see. Let me tell you, the wisest people are the most stupidest people. The wisest people are the most stupidest people. Take it or leave it. You see, when you get close to a stupid person, you're like, this stupid person really wise. And sometimes when you get to wise person, you often realize that this person is not really wise or he empty. Share you grab. So that is why they say never meet your hero. It is an outcome. The better you know your hero from afar, you will realize, oh, he's a hero. You like the things you hear about him, you see on the media about him. But some point when you get to him, you realize, omo, this person not be the kind of person I want be. Oh. So you grab your mindset just, and if you imagine that person has become your hope, like the person you don't dey use get hope, and imagine you never even reach where you dey go, you have not gotten to where you are dreaming of. You now meet him, and the way all your hope will just collapse. Gbagara, 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 gbagara. So never hit him. Just use what you are getting online, what you're hearing as a motivator to climb. The when you climb and get to the top, and you have reached to where you get to the top. At some point, never because at some point you meet them and they will say some stupid talks. The stupid talk will even make you not even value them again or anything. So never meet your hero.